Hello, water signs, and welcome to your moon cycle 8 Astro Oracle messages with me, Sanja. This is for Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node signs. And this is really to give you a summary of what this 8th moon cycle has been here to teach you and what it wants you to integrate and move forward with. And of course, if you'd like to join us for moon ceremonies and to get that daily astrology interpretation of what each moon cycle really means in the moment, you can join us in Moon Mastery. The link is below. The next moon ceremony is the Leo new moon coming up on the 18th of August. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're starting with Scorpio. And Scorpio, the question is right now is, with that Aquarius full moon that we just had, the question is, how do you really unlock and be more of your authentic individual self? What do you need to fully be the unique individual that you are? Sorry that there's background noise. There's like construction happening on my block and it's very distracting. Okay, so what do you need to be the individual that you are? Okay, great. And I pulled the Ocean card for you. So this is very similar to Capricorn. So if you have any Capricorn in your chart, go check out that reading as well. So this is really going into the depths of you, really recognizing that you are an ocean of emotion and an emotion of feeling. Your great Scorpio depths need to be honored. And I also get the sense that actually going to the ocean or being with the ocean or even working with oceanic medicine like dolphins, fish, seals, whales, just studying the ocean, watching ocean documentaries might really help you tap into more of who you are and what you're here to do, right? I know for myself that the ocean is one of my greatest causes. I'm really here to support and protect the ocean with what I do in the world. And so this is something for me to tap into, and I also want to take a trip to the ocean in the next month. So it's really connecting to the ocean within you and to also the lessons that Lady Ocean, the oceans of the world, have to teach you right now. And there really is a sense within you of your own individual self will be more represented. And let's see what the animals have to teach you. Okay, so we have giraffe, look at the big picture, and we also have pig spirit, which is use your mind wisely. So this is really telling me, especially with the ocean, is to look at things from a greater perspective. Take a big zoom out, Scorpio, and don't let your mind run amok. If you notice that you're in anxiety and panic, that your mind just isn't adding things up properly, that you're catastrophizing, you're feeling worried, then it's a time to take a bigger picture, a bigger perspective, take a zoom out, take a minute to observe, go into observer mode, right? As you would if you were watching the waves. If you were going to go surfing, you're going to watch the waves and then decide, when is it my time to go out, right? Rather than worrying and stressing, you just have to like take a perspective, take a bigger look, imagine yourself literally as a giraffe looking over your life situation. If you could look at it from, a month out, 3 months out, 6 months out, a year out. I keep on talking about the situation in the world as, think about this situation 20 years out. What are we going to have learned from it? What are we going to see from it? So there's this need to kind of get out of your own mental loops, mental circles, break your patterns, right? If you notice that you're obsessing, if you notice you're analyzing too much, if you're in too much of that, like trying to figure stuff out, thinking too much about something, and you're feeling that anxiety, that disillusionment, the stress, the fear, break your patterns, go for a walk, do something different, have a different perspective shift. Just go to the ocean, spend some time outside, and things will start to make sense in the longer term. If it's confusing right now, it's kind of meant to be, right? So seeing the big picture of your life, and even considering that you yourself as an individual are also here to help people see the big picture, right? See the big cycles of beginnings and endings in life. That's what Scorpio medicine and wisdom really is. So taking that wisdom in for yourself, right? Rather than getting mired into the pain and the disillusionment of different endings and beginnings in your life, take that big picture, see it all as a grand cycle, and see what there is for you to teach the world and teach yourself, and how to understand yourself better at this time. So with that being said, what is the best way for you to serve yourself and serve the world at this time? That Aquarius full moon really taught us that. And that Cancer new moon that we had in this moon cycle, again, we had 2 Cancer new moons this year, is all about us nurturing ourselves, nurturing and serving ourselves. So what do you need to know, Scorpio? Okay, Your life is a canvas and star bathing, right? Light body transmission activation, artist manifestation, creative accountability. So there is massive, massive creativity for you. There is energetic shifts coming in for you. And the way that you can serve yourself is by letting yourself be more creative, letting yourself tune into more energetics, right? Meditating more, listening to transmissions, listening to doing more kind of energy body work with yourself or with other people, and knowing that you're here to really be a creative pioneer, that you're here to create something for the world, really focusing in on your own creativity and your creative energy, and doing whatever you need to do to best serve that creative energy to be fostered and to be held. Okay? So a lot of activation is happening for you through your creative centers. So really giving yourself the time to create, and knowing that sometimes the cycle of that can seem like you're going backwards, right? Creativity can look like you're stuck in something, and then all of a sudden, eureka, epiphany, you have clarity around what's next. And let's see what crystal's here for you. Pink sapphire with the number 44, that might be significant for you. So this is, again, very similar kind of imagery here. Again, really noticing the beauty and the fractals in life, giving yourself some sweetness, taking some time off to look at that big picture, just enjoying creating, enjoying receiving psychic information. Maybe you need to channel more. Maybe you need to do readings like this. Maybe you need to paint or draw or write poetry, right? It's just about enjoying life, enjoying the romance that life is, and being right here in the moment, and also looking at that step outward. That is how you can serve yourself and the rest of the world right now, Scorpio. So I hope that helped. If you'd like to join us for that in the next set of ceremonies for Moon Cycle 9, the link is below to join Moon Mastery, and I will see you again here for those summaries. Sana. All right. Up next is Pisces. Hello, Pisces. So let's see what you need to know in order to serve your individual self right now during this moon cycle. What do you need to be more of the individual that you are, to let your uniqueness shine, and to really, really feel fulfilled as as the individual embodiment that you are, if that makes sense. All right, that's a lot of what Aquarius energy is all about, is us each being our unique individual selves, and that serves the collective, right? That's how we can support everyone. All right, so you have Eternal Child here, so this is a similar kind of message that Leo got, so maybe watching Leo's reading will also support you, Pisces. But this is all about loving and being kind and nurturing to that inner child within you. They have all the answers. They have the creative solutions you seek. They have the intuitive hits and ideas that you seek. What you wanted to do when you were a kid might help you figure out what you want to do and what you need to express in yourself right now. Maybe there's a hobby you like doing, a creative thing you like doing, a piece of nature that you like being within. Like, go to your inner child and ask them what they want, what would fulfill them, what do they want to do right now, and then go off and do that, because that will really, really fulfill you. And two, it'll give you clues and ideas, especially if you're trying to figure out how best you can serve yourself and how best you can grow and how best you can become the person that you're meant to be. Ask your inner child to show you the way, and it'll be a very, very joyful journey to get there. This also has to do with inner child healing. So the inner child within you is asking you to look at any moments of trauma, any moments of pain, any moments of confusion that child within you when you were a kid would have felt, and to go to that child as an adult, as the smart, capable person that you are now, and to give them soothing, to give them care, to talk to them, to imagine them in front of you. And how would you invite them into your house? What would you do with them? How would you care for them? So giving them some love. This is a really beautiful therapeutic technique that you can also do with a therapist. So maybe even doing some therapy for your inner child wounds would be very, very helpful right now. I especially know that for men, or for the masculine within all of us, there's a lot of repression, right? A lot of the time, boys were not taught to express their feelings. They weren't allowed to be vulnerable. It was weak to do so. And boys can be pretty cruel to each other. And there was just a lot of abuse there. So there might be this real need to go and love that little boy or that little girl within you, right? That didn't get treated fairly. And you get to treat them fairly now from the perspective of yourself as an adult. So this is a real big way for you to express your individuality into the world. And then what else do I have for you, Pisces, from the animals? Okay, we have Beaver Spirit in the reverse. So this is lay a solid foundation. So this is really telling me that maybe you want to like have this solid foundation. You want to know exactly where you're going and what your trajectory is, and you're building a dam and you know where it's going to go. But there's this need for you to trust that you already have the solid foundation, that you already have the skills that you need, that you've already all of everything that you need is already in front of you. And it might not be obvious what the path is forward, but that it will reveal itself, and you don't have to stress out about the practicalities and about all the details right now. You just get to be you. Yeah, I just saw this card as well, Dove, which is be at peace. So there's a purity right now. There's a real sense of like connecting to that inner child purity, going towards what makes you feel good, going towards your bliss, knowing that seeking out peace and seeking out calmness is very, very healthy. It's very good for you at this point. There's been so much chaos in the world. A lot of the world is in deep pain and in deep healing, and for you to seek out healing and your own peace will be very helpful for you, rather than needing to be like the practical one that has it all figured out and has a full plan and like a 5-year plan and all the steps and everything in place. Like those will be figured out. You already have a lot of the skills that you will need to get to the next chapter. But if you focus on joy and peace, like what would bring me joy, what would bring me peace, right? That is the planning that you really need. That is the foundation that you need to set, because if the process to get there isn't peaceful, once you get there, that you're not going to have peace either, right? The ends justify the means. So make sure that however it is that you want to live, however it is that you want to feel in the future, you start cultivating that feeling and that experience within yourself right now. It's a very powerful practice. All right, so what are the best ways that you Pisces can nurture yourself right now and can serve the collective? How do you best serve yourself and also serve the collective and serve the greater good, as they say? All right, so we have karmic relationships and jump in. All right, so this card for you with jump in is really all about you taking that leap, saying yes to change, saying yes to adventure. You know that a big change is coming, and this means that there's a breaking off of old patterns, right? If you had toxic relationships before, you were heartbroken before, or you had pain before, you suffered major loss, those are coming to an end. It's like these cycles from before, these patterns from before, you're going to be recognizing them, you're going to be seeing them, and you get to actively choose to jump into another experience, another dimensional space if you want, right? It's kind of like this quantum leap, and you're going through soul growth. And if there is any conflict for you, if you're conflicted between going with what's comfortable but what's been painful for you in the past compared to something that's going to help you grow and going to be healthier, you get to leap into the adventure that is having healthier habits, having more self-love and acceptance, having more creativity, having more power in your life, right? If you felt powerless, you get to break off those cycles. Maybe they're generational, maybe they're from your dad's side or from your mom's side, or maybe they're from your community that you were born into. You get to break those patterns now and really have a different experience. And it's a very loving, beautiful experience, right? It's like the fool jumping off the cliff, knowing that there's going to be something to catch them, but they don't know what it is. Right? So there's this real need for you to end old cycles. The past can be in the past. You don't have to do that just because your mom did, or because your dad did, or because you had relationships before that didn't work out, or because you had pain before. It doesn't mean it's going to repeat itself. It gets to actually end and be different. And you serving, like I said before, that inner child within you, and you searching for peace, and you searching for joy, and you loving yourself and having grace for yourself in the moment will be what really helps you to achieve that next level in your life. All right, Pisces, I hope that was helpful. You can join me here next moon cycle for your oracle card readings. And if you'd like to join us for the next cycle of moon ceremonies and moon mastery, the link is below. All right, and last but not least is Cancer. Hello, welcome, Cancer. So what do you need to know for this moon cycle 8? How can you help yourself be more of the beautiful, unique individual that you are? How can you express more of your unique individuality into the world? Let us see. All right, so we have the Sword. So the Sword is always my indication that there's like decision making, that there's like a cutting off of options. Maybe there's boundaries created. Maybe there's like, okay, it used to be this way and now it's going to be that way. There's some real distinct decision making for you to be had. Like, what is me and what isn't me? and you go towards the things that are you, right? There's like the sun, the moon, a lightning strike, and a sword. So it's like you're going to be having epiphanies. You're going to be having epiphanies around, this is authentic to me, this is not authentic to me. This is healthy to me, this is not healthy to me. And you get to be really super discerning, and you get to be really super logical about this. So it's really about using your mind to lead the way in terms of you really fully expressing who you are and who you need to be in the world right now. Let's see what animals also have to guide you during this lesson. So lots of mental energy and mental clarity coming for you at this time. And then Bobcat Spirit in the reverse of life is a mystery. So it may feel like before you were kind of like you had your eyes covered over, there was a mysterious thing that you couldn't figure out, or there was something that you were like, I don't get why there's so much up and down in the world. What does it all mean? Who am I supposed to be in all of this? Right? Like you're feeling so much, you're sensing so much as a Cancer during these times. And the question is like you to just make decisions based on what is best for you, what makes sense, what is logical and practical right now, and you can let the mystery unfold and it will figure itself out. Okay? All right. And then what do you need to serve yourself as an individual? It is weight of the world. You got to let go. Again, this is about creating boundaries. You got to make boundaries that serve you, that make sense for you, that are healthy for you, and let go of taking on burdens for others. You don't need to heal someone. You don't need to heal your brother, your sister, your family, your friends, the world. You get to serve yourself. And by you serving yourself and feeling good, when you have that mental clarity and that peace within you, you can serve the world and give them creative ideas and give them your love, right? But you can't have that burden on you. So let go of your burdens and make decisions that make sense for you, and everything will make a little bit more sense in your world. All right, Cancer, I hope that served you. Join us for the next cycle of Moon Mastery ceremonies. The link is below. And if not, I will see you here for your next Oracle card messages at the end of the Moon Cycle 9. Satnam. Bye.